Right, hey you guys, this is Waifu Wars, and today I have me Side for Zero, Pay 3 for Hanayo, and Iyami's waifu. And today we're just going to be talking about what's currently like the meta game so far in Y Shorts. We're just going to be talking about runners in level 2 game and how they've actually been appearing quite more often since Weiss has been progressing as a game. So yeah, we'll just get into runners. Um, I guess for like the standard definition of like a runner is like a level. It's usually a level 0, and it could pretty much go to anywhere in the open like front row slot. And obviously, there's different ways to run. Like you can either run to an opposing character that's in that open slot, or you can mill to potentially run. Or there's also things called free runners where you run regardless.
There's also runners that run to the back row only. Don't
And
want to
there's
get
also
high.
and there's also cards that make your opponent into a runner, like why?
Yeah. But yeah, generally runners are good cards. We'll just get that out there. What do you guys think about runners? Like how have they been so far in like your decks that you play that have them?
I think the decks that I play that have them currently is this Wave Formilia and Sunshine, and yeah, I think that might be it. But yeah, they're really good. Just like because not only just you're like milling a card off your deck, so you're potentially mitigating damage, but it's just essentially a free +1 at level 0.
Yeah, there's a good chance that they'll survive, and like I like how you can determine like how much damage you kind of want to take at level 0. Like obviously you can't control like where your opponent triggers, but like if you want to still stay at like level 0, if you want to like quickly get to level 1, then that will decide if you like want to run or not. And I think with like how the rarities work for runners, like it's been all over the place. Like for the IMAS runner Azusa, the original Azusa, from the first set, she's a common, and then like
Jeez.
yeah, but then like you have like Love Live Sunshine, the Yoshiko is a double R.
And she's the mill runner archetype.
Yeah, mill runner archetype. Yeah. So the rarities have been
For
all
music.
over the place. Yeah. Sometimes they're rares, or I'm not sure if they've seen one in uncommon, but I wouldn't be surprised.
For what, mill runner specifically?
Or just runners in general. Like they've been all over the
I
place.
think Osamatsu is an uncommon free runner.
She's serving me right. There's a free one, or the latest one, Konosuba. There's the rare Megumin that also has the utility where you ditch a climax, you salvage adventure or anything. So yeah, it's pretty useful. And I think we'll probably see see more effects rather than like on attack to something 5. I mean, with the exchange of power, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, like the Yoshiko, since she's not 2500 base like most mill runners, but she has the effect to give 5 when she attacks to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes up for that loss of 500 basically. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that like no matter like what their rarity is, when you like look up cards for whatever for like these for whatever's available in the set, generally runners will be like the more pricier cards within their rarity because they're just that good.
Yeah.
Would you guys say they're like usually a 4 of in a deck that like you can run them?
I would personally run 4 in the deck.
I think 4 has been a good number for me from like the decks that I have.
Yeah, just because like you want to open up with it like as often as you can. Like it's pretty much
your turn 1 play.
Strong, yeah. It's like it's a strong turn 1 play at level 0.
And then and you can immediately start crafting your hand for early game.
Yeah.
You could
Speaking
also be
of
privileged now and get your runner in a TD plus.
yeah, speaking of
Unless you're
I've noticed
Konosuba.
that that free runners are now available in like TD pluses, which is whatever I guess. But since runners are becoming more prevalent, that also brings up the discussion of anti-runners, like they're slowly gaining popularity. You have like the standard, like they can't, like the Mio from Cinderella Girls, where they can't move whatever character that's facing in front of Mio. Like regardless, even if like it's their turn, they can't just actively move their card with this type of effect for me, like with Mio. And then you also have like these level zeros. Like I'm just giving an example from Sengoku Basara, where you can just it's a spammable like pay 1 and you can destroy a level 0 on the front row. That's another option to get rid of
I
runners.
like those cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach Usa has a Rize with the same effect, and like I remember, I think I was playing against Rewrite, and like I think I went first though, so I had stock next turn to use it. But like they played their runner on their first turn, and then like next turn I just played like I didn't play the Rize like first turn, so I did, like they didn't know that I had it. But then I played it and just like killed their runner. So like they kind of like played into it without knowing.
And runners are also like usually pretty I guess pretty good and annoying when like if they do survive and then like you still have like an open field and your opponent gets to level 1 first. They're in that awkward position where like if they have like level 1 reverse combos, then it's like do they want to commit a full field or whatever? Which usually
just to get like one reverse.
Usually you don't want to do that anyways. But that's why runners are actually still that's one of the reasons why runners are also good, is that they generally avoid on reverse combos. Unless your opponent commits to them, obviously, but even then it's like they put a lot of resources into just your runner. But yeah. I guess what's your guys' favorite runner profile? I guess my favorite is this mill runner. Just because even if you whiff, then like it's still like 1 less damage from your card. 1 less damage from your deck.
I think the mill runner's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
I see.
Lately though, with my luck, I've been milling a goddamn class. Like I'll be at level 1, just like, oh, I'm gonna mill run, try to mitigate damage, and then it's a fucking climax. I'm like, oh my god. But it happens.
I've seen games where like, if you guys know like in Fate, like the original Fate, like the original Unlimited Blade work? No, is it?
Are you talking about Fate Stay Night?
Yeah,
like
Stay Night. Yeah, Fate Stay Night. Yeah, the one Ren that like top decks a card. Like if you tap 2 master cards, I've seen games where like people will use that effect and like someone has like a mill runner in the back row, just so like that effect is pretty much useless because it like mitigates the whole top decking thing.
Yeah, I actually do like putting runners in the back row, even like after you've gone past level 0. Like just have a brainstorm and a runner in the back row. Like that's perfectly fine back row in my opinion.
Yeah. And then it also has like the synergy with like decks that run brainstormers, like like any type of like salvage brainstormer. Then like that's another card for you to potentially grab from your brainstorming. Or just like level 1 combos, I guess. Level 1 salvage combos. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about runners. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about runners?
I've never actually played like the ones that run into characters, so I don't know like how well those work.
Yeah, generally
they do have that same like concept at level 1 though, like where if you had a standard mill runner, you could run away from a level 1 on reverse combo. Like if they don't full field the whole level 1 reverse combo, then you run into the character that doesn't have the on reverse combo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they do have like that niche to them.
Yeah. Generally, like those type of runners that run into combat, they generally are like a respectable size, like 3,500 power. Well, obviously, like they lose to like 4Ks or whatever, but still, like it's pretty annoying. Like if your opponent like doesn't have like oversized beater as well, and like this just runs into like a level 0 that your opponent can't get over. Like their level 0 can't get over this runner, so they have to like side or whatever instead. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to say about runners, or you guys ready to move on to the other topic?
I think we can move on.
All right. We'll go on to the level 2 plays. I think this will be more talked about because like level 2,
Yeah.
it has changed in Weiss since like at
Oh
least
yeah, it's
well, since
come a
I
long
started.
way
Yeah.
to what it is now, or what you want to do at level 2.
Mhm. So like, I guess back then like Weiss had that issue where like a lot of, well not a lot, but like several, like it was pretty common to see like sets have like a level 0, 1, and 3 game, but then like their level 2 game is like nothing special, or it's like they just don't put emphasis into deck building with
Yeah, it'd be like maybe a couple tech cards or
Yeah.
something.
if anything. But Weiss has like changed to where like your level 2 plays can like actually kind of help determine like how the end game will kind of be. There's different ways like people can go about with like level 2 with how their deck building is. Like you can play like early drop level 3s to like heal, or like try to like get board presence, or like try to mitigate damage.
Yeah, but like the super defensive like early plays.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or you have like the offensive ones, like the I think the Katsuhira from what's it called?
Kisniver.
Kisniver, yeah. Like being able to pop a card on the field for free is pretty nice. Or just like even level 3 killers, like early like the level 2 killer, level 2s that can kill level 3s, or just like oversized level 2s. They're like considered as like also like the level 2 plays as well, I feel like.
Yeah, and they're getting more powerful.
Mm-hmm. Especially since like people are playing more like early drops or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
It's become to the point where like even if you do play like your early drops level 3s, like there's still a risk of like anti-change counters as well. So like it's probably a good idea to side with your early drops because you don't want to like potentially neg. Especially with like one of the examples I put for the visual is like Transing Pulse Ren. Like she obviously like when TP was like a more popular deck, like Ren was like one of the key cards that you play at level 2. Like and it was pretty easy.
$45 at 1.2.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, something like that.
Like on release or something. But yeah, it was expensive card because it did what you like essentially want to do at level 2, just heal and get this fat giant wall out, and like your opponent's just sitting there like they can't do anything. Like, even she's on the side, she's still level 5, and like level 5 at level 2 is still pretty good.
Yeah, and it was pretty easy to get her out in like every game. Just like how the way.
Yeah, especially when you had like the Atsusa, Ren, and Komei in the same deck together before the ban list.
Mm-hmm. And then, like I personally play the level 3 early drop Ami from the original IMAS, and like she's just there. I like playing her because like if I know I don't have enough stock going to level, like if I know if I'm going to level 3 with not enough stock, then I can play this at like level 2 at least to like mitigate some potential damage, because she has the damage scry ability, and she can just naturally get bigger with like when you like use a backup or whatever, which is pretty common for Idol Masters. OGI.
Yeah, she has that same effect as the early play Sharo from the Rapid Extra Booster, and that like the game power on act effect is actually really good. Like really makes your opponent think if they can even get over her in the first place. To be honest, because they'll be like, if you have like a costless 2K backup, they'll be like 14K.
Yeah, and generally like, especially like with Ren and Ami, they have like one of the better early play conditions where it's just two or less climaxes in like a rating room. Just because like,
I guess we can go over all the types of different conditions. So that's definitely like one of the best ones.
Yeah,
along with like the 4 or more X character.
By then you're already refreshed, or like you're going to refresh that turn when you play them anyway, so and like you're in that compressed state, hopefully, where like you can play these early drops. But yeah, well, there's different types of early drops. There's fiberless cards in deck, like the Anzu, right, from CG.
Yeah, it's probably like one of my least favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also when you have like certain card and clock get
Mhm.
-1 level.
Yeah, Puyo does that. And then there's also like the girlfriend beta, where it's like if you have like 4 of this color or whatever, then it's pretty much easy to early drop that.
Well, there's also I remember. Oh, well, when I first like read those early plays, it's like your opponent has control level 3
Mhm.
to get -1 level. I always thought it was like one of the worst conditions too. But like we said now, how the level 2 game at Y is like most players are dropping level 3s out. So I feel like that condition is like easier to fulfill than it used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's quite a challenge. Like, for example, Konosuba. Like, I'm trying to play yellow
Yeah.
in either of the probably the red build, but it's kind of hard to have a hand at testing that out. Like having the right numbers. And like right now, I think I'm running more Wiz to really play that, and then taking 1 or 2 darkness. I think that's play, but for the most part, like depends on your deck. The early play that goes off when your opponent gets level 3, it's getting pretty popular now too. I agree with that.
They also have like I guess like if your opponent if you're like really ahead and your opponent's at level 3, and so like they start playing their level 3s to like try to push you to level 3, but like let's say you canceled everything because you're a sack, and then like now you're still level 2 and you can play your early play that has that condition where your opponent has to have a level 3 out.
Yeah, it's just the way it's worded.
Yeah, so like they do have like that going for them where if you're ahead, like you can actually like fight back against their level 3s at level 2.
And then just in general, like having a 2-soul beater at like level 2 is pretty nice, because then like you want to like start pushing your opponent to like level 3 or whatever, so you can start playing. So you can like it might be a bit easier for like your end game where you can only just have to ping for like a little bit or whatever. You don't have to like focus so much on damage. You can just like get off burn effects or whatever. But from my experience with like the decks that I run that are like very like aggressive, like they want like for example I run like Tularu and Puyo, like I want my opponent to get to like level 3 first, and also to be around like 3-2 or whatever, at least like 3-2. So like when I play my burn effect cards, then like they're really in that pressure.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, there
They
was
bring like offensive early plays, like when like Konosuba has the one that can restand, and then the one that you have the example of, like, well, I believe you change into this 3-2 fell, but even still, like, she has the cancel burn on her as well, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's just nice to have. Yeah.
So it's like, you can actually start like doing offensive plays at level 2 as well with them.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I think, is there any other early play conditions?
6 more climaxes.
Oh yeah,
gotta love that one.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have that one though than the 5 or less cards in deck. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and there's also
don't hate on 6 or more. That's my also early drop.
Oh yeah, there's also like experience. Like if you're having experience.
Yeah,
Experience isn't that hard.
Yeah, that's right. I run Guardian. Experience 6. You play that Lucia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you have like if you have like 2 copies of like the exact same climax in your waiting room, that's also another early drop condition.
Oh wait, there's one that's actually even worse than the 5 or less, or the 6 climaxes. I believe Tularu got it in Volume 2, and there's one in KC2 where you have to have like 2 of the same level 3 that you want to early play.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tsubasa. Yeah. Hiryu. Yeah.
Yeah. At least with like Fate, like they're like for the UBW sets, like for the early drop Rins that salvage, you just need the 1-0 Archer and like the 3-2 Rin early drop.
Yeah, that's like that falls under experience too. Just a specific card rather than level or the number of your level.
Yeah. think maybe that's it for all the early drops. I can think of like the early drop conditions. But also going on with like how these level 3s are more prevalent at level 2 is like the level 2 killers. I mean the level 2s that kill at level 3. Like decks that can run them are putting them in at like at least one of, I feel like.
Yeah, I usually like tech at least one.
Well, like the early drop killers.
Yeah, like the Ichimatsu from
Yeah.
level 2 Ichimatsu, yeah.
Or the backup counters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I personally like the two ones that like when they get reversed and you reverse it if it's like a higher level than your
Yeah,
opponent,
it's like the Ichi.
rather than like the ones that gain like
Power.
6,000 power
Yeah,
if you're
because that
fighting
might
a
still
level
not be
3.
enough. Yeah, that still might not be enough or whatever.
Just because like the other ones where they get reversed, like they're pretty much like it's guaranteed that you're gonna get rid of their early play.
Yeah, and you don't care about like paying that one stock and trading off because like they paid 2 stock or whatever to commit to level 3, whereas you only played 1 stock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the reason why I was gonna say that was because like people just don't want to be in that awkward position where like they have no answer at level 2, especially like nowadays since like early drops are being more played. Like they don't want to be in that like weird position where they only have like level 1s or whatever, and they just have to crash or hopefully that they cancel with like an open lane.
Unless your set doesn't have anti-change. Oh, Black Sunshine, please get an extra booster. That's all I'm asking for. Like, I've been playing it too since my meta or all my locals is like mixed. So most people play Japanese, so I see a lot of early plays. And it's like I'm playing Sunshine. I'm like, fuck, I literally can't do anything about these. Now I know how SAO feels all these fucking years. It's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they have
for
that
my
Chico,
example,
but,
like,
no, I was gonna say like Sunshine has a Chico, but I don't know. Like I said, I'd rather prefer if it was just like a 2-1 where if it gets reversed, then you reverse the opponent's character if it's a level higher rather than the 6,000 because that's what she is.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Like I've been asking around like on Discord, like there are different opinions on like sets that have that ability, like bottom deck, counterverse. There's a like anti level, or do you play like a 2-1 that can get oversized? I'm probably talking about Guardian, but yeah, that's pretty much the question I already had, but. Really, it really depends on your deck. Because, like, in Chrome, you might be inclined to run the Conco 2-1 that came out in the second set, or the Nina.
Yeah.
Soccer Reverser, or Stock Bomb, anti-level. But, like, sometimes some lists, they don't have to do it because they're just pushing base anyway.
Yeah.
So, but, like, if you're competing at a higher level, like, tier 2, it's important for you to address that somehow.
Yeah. In some sets, like they have to run it too. Like it's their only option.
Yeah.
Like in Girlfriend Beta, like there's an anti-change counter, but it's thankfully like it's an anti-change counter, but it's a yellow card, and like for like the meta build is for Girlfriend Beta is usually red blue, and usually people don't want to run yellow and Girlfriend Beta, but they still run the counter anyways, just because it's nice to have as an option for anti-change.
Yeah, some rabbit players actually play the level 1 Kokwa, like even in mono blue or even in like Char and Chia. I've seen it. Just because like that's a really good stat counter or anti-change stat counter as well.
Yeah. Wait, what's the cost to pay for the level 1?
You pay 1 and stack a character, and then they choose level 0. Or after you anti-change them, they choose level 0 in their waiting room, and they put it onto the slot that the character you anti-changed was on.
Alright, okay. That's not as bad as like Shin-Chan. Shin-Chan has like a level 1 anti-change counter, but you have to pay 3 stock.
Want to know a pretty bad one? The one that Hunter has in his caster deck, where you have to sack a certain card from your hand that's like you use the anti-change and then you have to drop a card that's like specifically written on the card. It's like a different version of it. You play the anti-change and you drop a card, like it's a 0/0 card.
Oh, isn't that like her
But it has
master?
to be
right?
specifically that card. Huh?
Isn't it like her master or whatever it is?
Yeah, you get to drop the master card.
Yeah.
It's a master is the anti-change, but then he's also like a level 0, and you drop that card. I think
Nice.
the anti-change stat counters are probably the best anti-change.
Yeah, they are.
counters.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Then
'cause-
there's like I think I had one. I think there was an anti-change that I used in my OG Love Live deck that was like it was an eco. I think that's anti-change. It
Yeah,
was
that
like
one's kind of
it
similar. to a
replaces it
Pokemon.
with a level 0. It's like kind of bad.
Yeah, that one you don't get the sack a character, but you pay the 2 additional or 1 additional stock. You pay 2
yeah.
compared to the Kokla.
And then they get a 0.
Yeah. At least like the sack has like applications that later game at level 3 when you have like on reverse level 3s, where like you can just sack a card, so like they don't get that on reverse effect at level 3.
It's okay. Dion can sack. That's all I care about.
I totally
Oh, there's
forgot
also
about
Dragon
him.
Strike. I keep forgetting about that one. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
The 1-0 from
event, yeah.
Railgun or whatever it's called.
And it gives plus level too, so you can actually like mess up your opponent if they try to side
Yeah.
like in one of the lanes or something.
Yeah. Speaking of other level 2s, like there's also like people random like at least for English Contai is the level 2 Haguro combo. There's actually level 2 climax combos. But like generally I
Yeah,
don't
you
want
don't
to
see
play them.
them too often,
Yeah.
but they are there.
Yeah, what makes, for example, what makes Haguro really dangerous is that ability and the on-field
That field counter, yeah.
on-field
Okay,
counter. That's pretty busted.
Yeah. It's just like
Yeah, she
personally,
she's a sack herself essentially. Yeah.
personally, like I just don't like playing level like those type of effects level 2 combos. It's like everyone's playing, well, not everyone, but a lot of people playing their combos at like level 1 or whatever, and I have to wait till level 2 to like get my search combo off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's free, but still.
I think I guess for Haguro, I mean, you reach your first refresh, and then you have a higher mid game,
Yeah.
so I would say.
Yeah.
Because yeah, but there's rarely other instances that is like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another level 2 combo that's pretty infamous is Hanakawa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's 2 Hanakawa. Oh yeah. So like the level 2 combo for Sengoku Basara.
What does that do?
It's pretty
Oh,
much like
you
the
wanna
Chris
know?
from Konosuba, but like better because you don't have to like pay a cost. It's just on climax combo.
Were we talking about level 2 combos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In sets.
Does the 2-1 caster count where you stack the climax and it bursts the
Yeah.
character?
Yeah. Isn't that the one where like they deal damage? I mean, like,
Yeah,
the
you sack
opponent,
you sack the climax and pay like
And
I
the
have
server
the card
mode
right
and
here.
stuff.
You fucking sack a climax, pay 3. So it's like you're paying for a rest counter, and then but it's before they attack, and they deal soul damage equal to their soul, equal to the person.
Isn't it like at the beginning of their turn or whatever?
Yeah, it's right at their draw phase.
Yeah.
You fucking sack it, and then rest the character, and it's like if it's not level 3, they're just gonna retire it. So
Yeah.
it's like a really unique combo, but it's like
It's
really
flavorful.
impractical.
Yeah. There's also like usually you see like people play level assists too at like level 2 as well, or like those type of assists where they start being more impactful towards like end game, where like your level 3s and stuff.
Yeah, didn't Lice go from playing like no level 2s to basically level 3 just becoming level 2?
Yeah, your level 3 is pretty much level 2.
Yeah, like you'll have like
essentially.
your level 3, level 2s, and then you'll have your actual level 3s.
Yeah.
There's also level 3s that have climax combos as early drops, such as the Katori and Ilya. Or not Ilya, Kuro Ilya.
Yeah. From the
Minus 2 soul walls.
Yeah. Yeah, those effects are especially really good at level 2. And you want to be like doing damage, but you just can't because there's these negative soul penalties.
Yeah, pretty much. You can't have 1k1 to throw down and like try to even ping them from 1. Like you have to side essentially. You
Yeah.
can't like get any type of card that can boost your soul.
Yeah, it's like, what's the
Or
point of crashing if you know you're not gonna like get any damage
deal
from it?
damage, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Thinking of any other level 2s, like any other level 2 effects that we haven't discussed. Oh yeah, refresh, like refresh cards. Those are also important in those situations where like you've been in like a weird climax situation where you canceled a lot, but like you're about to take like a shit ton of damage. Then you just play like your force refresh counter or whatever, or even like on command character cards that you can like on play and they refresh if like you have 5 or less cards in your deck or whatever, or like just a specific type of requirement. Those are always nice to have in your deck if your set allows it.
Yeah, I think I play the 1 Miyu for Ilya just to like have that option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the most part.
And then where you can go.
Oh, like I was gonna say, I don't run any sets anymore that have that ability, so it's pretty. I mean, like comparably, like the sets I have, it's pretty rare. I think. I don't know.
I also don't think the refresh counters are like that bad. Like I remember like the first set I had it was Log Horizon, and yeah, we all know how Log Horizon was.
Log Horizon
Long
and
power up set, and like I was like, I never really got to use it that much, so I didn't really like see how good it was. But then like once I got Rabbits, they have one as well, and like that card has saved me so many times from like just eating a shit ton of damage.
And
I guess the thing with that though is that your opponent can't play around them since they have the front, so they could like try to side around your characters so you can't play it.
the original money counter is a level 2 card, but like let's be honest, no one plays it till like level 3 anyways.
Oh, unless you like stat cancel.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's
We can't
like
stay,
Yeah.
at level 2. But
Yeah.
like,
Because like in Twins, I mean, in LB Twins, that could have like those situations can happen.
Mm.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Oh god.
So you're building so much stock, and
Oh my god, Jenna, when I played against your LB Twins, that 2/2, is your name Konata?
yeah,
Tanada?
Kanata?
Yeah.
Kanata. Oh my god, that card was so annoying, and like you get to field swap as well, so you get to like kind of choose.
Some level
Yeah,
2s
it's
are like extremely like good, but like level 2 is just such a weird level.
Yeah, it is. It's like it could at this point in life, I feel like it'd be either really good for you, it could be like just like you completely skip out on it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely one of the like least timed like levels in Weiss.
yeah.
But then again, it's also kind of still impactful, like especially with how like your board state or like how you're like compressed you are or whatever, or like especially if you still want to build more stock, like you still didn't get enough stock, like before, like when you want to get to level 3, like you want to have like a certain amount of stock for you to like go explosive with your level 3s or whatever your deck's trying to accomplish.
So there's also field swapping at level 2
Yeah, the field
that some
swappers.
characters have.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong effect.
Such as that Betty from Rewrite, but no one plays it because they're all fucking trash and they like Rem for some reason.
Oh, from ReZero, yeah. Yeah. Usually those effects now, they also come with like a heal. That's always nice as well. Being able to heal at level 2. So you can at least have a longer level 2 game.
Is that Betty? What's the cost for it? Is it 1 stock or one? Just
1 stock to run.
One
One
stock.
stock to run. Yeah. But you have to obviously early play her with the event.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously she's she's harder to bring out than Rem and doesn't compress you as much as Rem, but she's a better girl, so like, what does it matter?
Yeah, like back in the day, like Kanata and Karen from Nisei, they cost like a card from hand.
Yeah.
So they were technically a little better. Just didn't have a base stock for it.
Yeah.
I guess well, there's change effects too. Well, not that like not a lot of people play it, but like you can still change into your level 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like old school Love Live days, you know.
Like recently though, with like newer sets, they've been incentivizing at least like change isn't as bad. Like if you're gonna change from level 2 to 3, like the newer change effects, because like with older Weiss cards, like those change effects usually have like a steep condition where you have to
they're really steep.
Like discard 2 characters or whatever, and like pay stock still, or like pay a shit ton amount of stocks, or like sack a character or whatever. But at least now it's kind of like it kind of evens out. Like for example, in P5, there's a 2/1. His name is Yusuke Kitagawa, and then his first effect is you draw a card and then you can drop a card, and then if you have and then you can also blind stock, and then like his change effect is basically you discard 2 character cards from your hand, and he goes back into your hand, and usually one of the cards you want to discard is a level 3 change card anyways. And then the cost is also like a stock. So basically you just neg 1 card and 1 stock to just change into the level 3.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah. So they've been the more, I guess, understanding of like how people, if they want to play change effects now, like with newer cards at least.
Yeah.
I feel like the first, I guess the first one that I've noticed that wasn't too steep to change into was the Mikasa from Attack on Trash. That was only like, you pay 1 and sack her, and then you change into the 3/2 Mikasa or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, why the hell, fucking I'm over here playing fucking Nisei Monogatari and shit, and I'm paying 2 stock on my Shinobu that has to be rested on my Encore phase. Like, what the fuck?
Shit. Old school Persona, like Persona 4, like we can only change most of the change effects were at the beginning of your draw phase, and some people would forget. Yeah, some people forget they draw, and the way it's worded is that you have to do it before you draw, so you'll miss the timing of once you draw. It's in that awkward state where do I want to keep my cards in the back row for them to change, or am I gonna risk that gamble putting them in the front row and assuming that they'll live?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, is there any other level 2s? Level 2 people, what people do at level 2? Oh yeah, you could also still play.
Most of it. Wait, what is it? You thought of one?
No, I was gonna say you could still play your I guess this is technically level 2 play. You can still play your level 1 play, your level 1 combos. That's always nothing wrong with that.
I mean, if your opponent doesn't kill things off, you're more. I mean, it's up to you if you want to commit more to the board while the timing stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting at?
Yes. Depending on some matchups, if a deck that walls off, then obviously it's gonna be harder to play Omniverse combos at level 2 with your level 1s. But some games, or even some games whatever deck it is, your opponent might just have a weaker level 1 or a level 0 or whatever that's still there on the field, and that's still another target for you to farm off of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I can think of for level 2. I don't know what else there is to discuss for level 2. Any other effects for level 2.
That 2/2 Ruby from Sunshine, pretty good card, yeah. No, she really is though. Oh
that's
man,
proof, yeah.
I didn't think much when she came out, and then when I actually played with her, I was like, wow, this card's actually really fucking good.
I do have a question for you guys to probably discuss or maybe answer. Usually when you get to during level 2 or whatever, you're probably in a if the game's going in your favor, you're probably in a compressed state where you have enough stock or whatever, or you have the your field presence is generally the way you want it to be. From your experience when you brainstorm, usually do you get better results with brainstorming, you usually hit off of a brainstorm more, or do you hit less with a brainstorm, in your games at least?
Wait, what are you talking about?
When you do brainstorm, basically I'm asking when you do brainstorm at level 2, do you notice any differences? Like, do you usually hit more or do you like hit less?
Hmm. I don't know if I only really brainstorm at level 2 under certain circumstances. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of like, say, like if I need the cards or if I need the milling, then I brainstorm.
Yeah.
But
Like,
that's like
usually,
that.
but usually if I'm like really compressed, I'm like, oh well, like I probably shouldn't brainstorm.
That's like
Yeah.
in my Osamatsu deck. Like I kind of want to stockpile stock at like level 2 onward
Yeah.
for my money counters.
Hmm.
No, not money counters, but rest counters. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really do that.
Generally, like I avoid playing Akatsuki, or even like other effects like Akatsuki effect or Azusa effect. Like I generally avoid doing that at level 2 unless I desperately need to, because I feel like I'm really
Yeah.
compressed and I don't
Yeah,
want
like
to
if
hit
you
off
know
the
you need
climax.
to like ham through your deck, then yeah, you brainstorm at level 2 and you get through as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you know you're unfavorable, you have like no climaxes in deck, and you need to like just get that shit out. You can brainstorm, you can Katsuki, you can do all that shit, and you can just get back to like a favorable state.
Mhm.
I think that's the only point in doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, with my triple K build, it goes in my favor because of Kotori heals,
Mhm.
and like if I it was this was also pretty big in my Dallas run. If I remember that I triggered a climax on my last attack on my last turn, I pretty much have to do it anyway, you know. So just to get that climax back in the waiting room, and yeah, like if it works in your favor, then and also you need to set up like sometimes when you throw down your hand, you have to find a way to get back again.
Yeah.
So like as A3 Piranha he said like if you need to get the resources back somehow, I think that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I know where Bean's coming from too when he said playing like Azusa effects at level 2, since like sometimes like they might be the only character like that you can play, and then like you don't want to mill too much though, so you kind of look at one, maybe like 2, if anything. But it feels bad when you like play an Azusa effect and like you just don't use it. You're just like, damn, I just like played this character to attack when it had so much utility to
and
it.
even like generally like I still want to use Azusa's effect even like I know I probably shouldn't just because it feels weird playing Azusa without using the effect. Like just playing.
It's the greed.
Yeah, you're just pretty much playing a 2K vanilla at that point.
It's like you have a full hand of like all the shit you need for late game, and you have that one Akatsuki in your hand. You're like, I'll play that. Just see if we can get one step further, and then you mill 4 climaxes.
Or the first one's a climax, and you're like, well, kind of have to like go all in.
Yeah.
Or like you get like a clean Azusa effect, but like when you start attacking, you trigger all your climaxes.
Yeah, that's the problem that I had with spammable brainstorms.
Yeah.
With that and LV and all that, it's a mess. So
this is real life ice problems.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about level 2 though. It's definitely being more. I feel like it's definitely more important now than it was before.
And like level X.
Oh yeah, level assist. Yeah.
Like level assist and whatever plus 2K
level 3.
Level 3.
Yeah, level 3. That's my favorite.
Like they're making a lot of like this. They're almost like staples nowadays, unless you have to have a particular board, like TP did.
Yeah.
Or rabbits. You need 2 certain cards to get your early play out.
Mm.
Yeah. I think having ways or I think Bushy in particular might. I don't know if they want. They want. In their how they make the sets.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they want people to actually interact with their opponent's board state, like in the back row. For example, the Megumin, like at first people, the double rare, the one that's not the comp or you know what I'm talking about. The
The
one
one
that
that burns
kills.
for 5?
The
Or
SP
the
Yeah,
one
the
that
one that
form?
burns
Yeah.
for 5. Yeah. I mean, like, they're starting to like go back to that where you kill something for free, essentially.
Mhm.
And I think
Yeah,
that's pretty.
yeah,
big.
Railgun got a card like that, right?
Yeah.
In the power-up set.
Yeah, but like for those type of cards, like it's very easily overlooked, but there's it's there for people to use.
Yeah. For Puyo, I have a 2/1 Carbuncle assist. Like pretty much like one of the things the set's known for is like giving 1k to the front and hexproof, and like that effect is really good. But like in a lot of my games, like I won't. That card isn't a priority for me to play unless I know my opponent has like a choose effect in their deck, like money counter or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty good to think about.
Yeah.
Those assists help too if your early plays just like
Yeah.
just a 9500 early play, like
Mhm.
the Hanamaru from Sunshine, or I forgot her name, but she's from like Trash Yuhi Power Up Set, the green one that's only like 9500 as well.
What?
But like that's why like those assists are
Yeah.
good, because then like now instead of having like a 9500 early play, like it might be 11k or 11.5 depending on your assist.
Yeah. Just like older sets. Just older sets that don't have early plays or whatever. They just like they're in this awkward state where like they can't really do anything against decks nowadays with like early drops. You just have to like take all this damage and like hope they cancel. It's kind of funny actually how like lopsided Weiss is for like the older decks and like the newer decks.
Those old sets probably don't have like anti-change counters either, so you're just
Yeah.
like sitting there taking it.
Pretty much. Oh yeah. I guess one of the ways to kind of wrap up level 2, like the level 2 plays, is like for at least I guess for Kevin and I guess we can talk about like for English at least for like regionals. Like, did you come across
Yeah.
like a lot of early drops in Dallas?
And Dallas, well, my matchups were like that actually mattered were SAO, and I don't remember if the Monaco player had I don't think he had it, but the Kirito was kind of a problem because he was comparably big on my turn, so that was an issue. But I didn't play against the mirror. I ran CG, if you guys don't know. Asterisk kind of like that. But yeah, I didn't run against the mirror or any of Sunshine or AOT. So, but I think it like it's getting the level 2 game is where it's primarily won. I feel like in competitive as far as English goes, I think
I would say even English is getting more like early drops
Yeah, especially with,
than it used to
SAO,
before.
yeah.
I mean, definitely because we're getting like newer sets that Japan's getting as well. So they're gonna have the more modern effects. But like even in English, like you're definitely seeing more early plays than like even a year ago.
Yeah, especially fucking Titans.
Yeah, it's not like we have a Haruhi set drop every fucking month or anything with cards from 12 years ago. Wait, did we get CG2 confirmed or was that fake?
No,
I think that was like a Japanese.
it was
ad
for
on,
it was for like Japanese. Yeah,
It was for
them selling
Japanese,
Japanese Weiss.
I think some U.S. distributor was selling or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Just with all the English text on that ad, it looked like it was an English release.
Oh my god, you could troll people so hard. Find a
No, they're
Monogatari
just-
second season
They're
one.
just
they'll
gonna,
troll
yeah, I'd
so
fucking
hard.
love that. I'd love that. But watch, they'll be like, "Oh man, you guys want either Monogatari second series? You guys want CG2? Well, for the first time in English, we're gonna be releasing an power up set for Haruhi. There you go."
Only Haruhi.
That's gonna be
none
exactly
for
what
Lock
happens.
Horizon or Kill la Kill, just Haruhi.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say for like especially TD plus decks now, like with Vivid Strike, they released I think an early drop for the
Wait, there's an
little.
early drop in the TD Plus for that? What?
I think no, maybe no. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. I thought there was like an early
I'm about to
drop though,
say,
and like
maybe.
Well, there was an early drop in Shioko, wasn't there?
yeah,
Shioko,
yeah. I think there's one in
privileges,
Shield.
Yeah.
privileges, mascot privileges.
Mass Effect privileges.
Yeah.
Those TD Plus, well, the Bang Dream one has a 2/2 that's pretty good. It's pretty much a 2/1 with Hand Encore and 2 souls.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's also 2/2s for level 2.
You can't anti-change 2/2s unless they have some like plus level assist behind it, or plus 1 level, whatever.
I mean, oh yeah, I forgot. There's also early drops. Well, technically, early drop level 2s that can come out at level 1. Those are technically counted.
Yeah,
as
like
level
the
2.
Karamatsu Mindless Matsu deck that is super fucking easy to play.
Yeah.
Because you just have to have 4 Matsus, and then you have a 10-5 on the board basically until level 3.
And isn't it like 2 soul as well?
Yeah, it's a 2 soul 6/5 card that gains 3,000 if you have all Matsu characters, and it early drops if you have 4 or more. Yeah, he goes up to 10-5 basically most of the time, so he just sits on the board with a big fat body and hits your opponent for 2 every turn.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god, I
can't-
remember
my
that
deck's
when it
like
got
that.
revealed.
Yeah, I can't deal with anything like that. It's honestly, yeah, it's a good card. Honestly, I don't get why like decks don't run it.
You only really need to run one of it because it's so
Yeah.
easy to grab everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 2/2s are usually pretty bad, but some of them have like special things that make them better.
I feel like they've been making them a little better, like giving you a stock back for playing it on like 4 more characters on board or something like that.
Oh, yeah, you
or,
get like a blind stock or whatever.
yeah, or like blind
Yeah.
stock, yeah. Just so the 2/2 cost isn't like as steep as it used to be, I guess.
Before I used to hate like 2/1s that like get out at like level 1, but then like in context when I like look at it more, like especially when they're tied to like a climax combo, like generally when you play those type of cards at
Yeah.
level 1, they're generally gonna win against like whatever your opponent has at that lane or whatever. So, and they're also like a board. They're a lane. They're a body for you. For when
And they're hard to
on
side
defense.
over at level 1 as well, since they are level 2. So even if you do throw a 1k1 down, you're still siding for like 0,
Yeah.
unless you trigger. I only had one deck though that has like the 2/1 that comes out at level 1, and that's my Harna waifu deck, the TLR Harna.
Yeah.
And that combo's kind of jank.
I was always
Kinda.
iffy with the like those.
I remember when I first started playing Weiss, I thought change was like the most broken thing in the world.
Yeah,
Like-
right.
Like when I was like some like little Weiss fucking nooblet and I was playing I was playing Love Live, and Love Live had like 9 million change cards in the first like 2 sets, so I was like, whoa, you can get a level 2 out of level 1 for 4 million stock. Amazing. And ditch 2 cards, that's great.
Who needs a hand?
Oh, man.
But it's like changes are so pointless now with early drops being a thing.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna say with like vanilla, like you know, like when you guys got like your first trial deck or whatever, and it always came with like those 2/2 vanillas. They're like 9K.
Yes.
or whatever.
9/5 2/2 vanilla with like 2
Oh
soul.
my god.
Yeah.
Charlotte trial deck. Man. What the hell?
Anyway.
Not even. There were like side characters too.
Yeah. Usually they're like.
2/2 side character.
Yeah.
And then like back then I used to think, oh my god, those cards are so powerful. Like I'm afraid to go up against those type of cards. Now it's like whatever.
There are so many useless climax combos in the game when you really think about it, though. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like pretty much a lot of climax commons in every set.
yeah, like stupid ass combos like gain 2,000, do nothing. Like this.
Yeah. Or like
Unfortunately, I think the like first year's deck for Sunshine is a combo like that where you just like get power for nothing, or you get power and then like do nothing.
They have to make filler cards because you know that most decks are like literally 90% double R,
Mhm.
10% R.
And they gotta do something with those 2K1 climaxes. You can't give them.
Yeah, you gotta do something with them.
Oh yeah, now they make like those split like 2K1s where like you don't even draw. You just give 2 characters 2K1.
It's ironic because I have a lot of sets that have that climax, but I haven't like played them. Like Rabbits had it when the first booster came out, but I didn't play Rabbit House because it was like probably the worst deck out of like the 3. And now it's the best. And then like what else has it? Oh yeah, Konosuba has it for like.
Don't make fun.
I don't want to play like Magic Dot deck. And I just like I want to mix it up. So I would rather just not play the standard like Union combo with the level 3 Megumin.
You can't make fun of 2K1 combos because my base Yami has one and it's clearly the best fucking combo in the game. So please. Jeez.
I mean,
Well, now
2K1 has to be good, right? If people were still playing Shimakaze.
What'd you say, Beanley?
I say 2K1 has to be good if some people are still playing Shimakaze in English.
Yeah, I mean the Yami card basically was Shimakaze. I mean, come on. It was Shimakaze at level 0 that gained like 5k. It was so good. Don't you understand?
Yes, is there anything you guys else want to say about level 2? Before we wrap things up.
Level 2 is only good if it's level 3?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you can...
That's pretty accurate.
Unless you can, like, get 10Ks off your 2-1s somehow, then you're good to go.
Yeah, just play Guardian.
But, and then, yeah.
Oh, I guess since, well, I guess on the topic level 2 still, win triggers against early plays and even 2-2s,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, those are pretty savage. Win triggers are actually pretty good now.
See, none of my decks have win trigger, so I can't feel the power, but...
The only thing is,
win trigger...
What were you going to say, Jenna? Sorry.
All I said was I laughed at win trigger.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, generally though, I avoid win triggers if it's like an early drop that heals though. Like, I don't want to give my opponent another heal.
It depends on it. Like, I would probably bounce the 3-2 Mikasa at level 2 if it was like on board and I triggered a win. It's like, yeah, you can get that like out of my face right now. I don't care if you heal again.
Oh, is that the play for Love Life Sunshine?
No, there's no win. There's no win. I don't run win
Oh,
trigger.
there's not a win.
Well, I mean, they have it, but you don't play it in like the meta build. You play the stock soul.
Yeah.
I guess for like another another question for level 2 is like, when you guys do notice you have like a longer level 2 game and like, and your opponent like gets to level 3 first, generally, do you feel like in those games where like you're still at level 2, do you generally like notice that like you win more? Just because like your opponent's like so ahead in damage, or like can you still get like cucked and like still die from like level 2? Because like at regionals at least I killed people at like level 2 to game over. But that's because I was playing too early though. But
I don't know. It's weird. There's like some games where you're at level 2 for like 4 or 5 turns, like
yeah.
Each. But then there's games where it's like, what's level 2?
very much. I guess it just depends on the.
And I've actually had games where I'm like staying at level 2 really long. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's like I have this in the bag. There's no.
I've had games
and then
where
like
I've
just
been at
don't
level
cancel.
1.
Oh yeah, like you win at level. You're still at level 1 and your opponent's at level 3.
Well, I've had games where I'm sitting at level 1 for like ever, and it's just really shitty.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it feels bad to be like stuck at level 1 when your opponent has like all this stuff from like level 2. Like obviously, like you're a little bit safer if you're sitting at level 1, your opponent's at level 2, but like still.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point you're just crashing your board to deal damage.
I guess like what do you do at that point? You just wait till it's up.
Yeah, it's like you don't want your opponent to like come like get back up and like try to outbeat you in damage, so like you have to keep on putting damage in and putting that pressure on them.
Yeah, like hopefully you're at the point of your second refresh if that happens.
Yeah.
Because like it's pretty dumb if you have your climaxes like 2 or 3 climaxes in stock. That happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess another question I asked is like, well, of course this is different like for every deck, but like generally by the time you hit level 3, like what's like the good amount of stock for you usually for your decks? Like, do you like going into level 3 with like 6 stock or like 8 stock? Well, obviously, I guess more stock the better because then like you have
You can do
more
more things,
incidents.
yeah.
Yeah. But like from what you notice, at least from like
Generally,
the
for
decks,
my decks, like
Yeah.
I feel like 6 stock,
is good
like
enough,
6 or
yeah.
7 stock is usually like pretty comfortable for my deck to do what it wants to do at level 3.
Yes, 6 is pretty good for my deck too because if I have Rust Counter in hand and I plop down like 3 Karamatsus or like two Choro and a Karamatsu, I have enough for Money Counter already.
Yeah.
Or Rust Counter. Because I'll heal
Yeah,
the
but-
Karamatsus in a stock.
Yeah, you heal the stock though. That's cheating.
No, it's just good.
Yeah, it is good. Oh man. But yeah, 6 stock's usually like
The safe
pretty good number.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 is good for most decks unless they have like the most jank ass like 12 stock fucking combos that we can't all be caster deck where you have to pay 4, discard 2 cards to restand.
Or Haruk, you have to pay 4. And
Or
discard.
be, you
Yeah.
can also be Katana Gatari and have to pay 5 to burn 5, but
And it's like, yeah.
that's like Haruhi level times,
Yeah.
Damn, they have that restander where you pay 5, and I think you have to reverse too. Oh god, and it's only base 10k.
I remember when I first started playing, I used to play like the Love Live like restander card because I thought it was good because it was a
All of them,
restander.
Yeah.
And it was like with climax combo, it was like pay 1 clock yourself or pay 2 clock yourself or something, but you had to reverse restand.
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
I used to play that too. I thought it was good.
Well, I ran a third year's waifu deck after I like got over like the restander thing, so
Oh, it's trying to
And
be
then, like,
a.
definitely
I ran
push
like the
you
Happy
on.
Maker.
mono-yellow
I
metaphor.
ran like Idol Otaku Nico and Happy Maker Nozomi, and I can't remember what Happy Maker Nozomi does. She like put a I did
She
like a
special
fucking
summons a Nico
I
from
did
deck.
I did a wombo combo with the fucking Nico and the Nozomi,
yeah.
and I would
I
fucking
remember
block
that.
kick with the Nico. Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh god. I won a tournament with that one, so it's like okay.
But yeah, that Love Live restander, like you especially get pissed off like if your opponent cancels all that damage or whatever, and you're just like, well, fuck, I just clocked myself. I'm probably gonna die next turn.
No, that restander healed, so you kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But is it better? Than paying 5 to burn 5 and then your opponent cancels on first hit?
No, but there's nothing that can't be bad compared to Intense Voice or 39 Restand your front row. Like if you can make the stock, because you use Conflicted, I guess. If in Miku.
Oh yeah, you have to pay like 9 stock. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Miko has that level 2 combo. The OG Hanakawa.
Yeah.
What is this Hanakawa you're talking about?
From
She's a
second
2-2.
season.
I forgot what
She's on the
experience you
band
leave
like-
her,
oh,
but if you have
sure.
experience, she gains power. And then climax combo with the gold bar. I believe when you play the gold bar, you choose 2 strange characters in your waiting room and you put them in your stock.
You go net neutral on the the turn that you play her, but like if she survives the next turn, then like you just plus off.
And she will survive too, because with her experience, she goes to like what 9,500, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
something like that.
And I've actually seen some players play the 0-0 Shinobu experience and Global 500 assist thing from Nisei Mono, so they end up being like 10-5 on your turn, which is like pretty hard to deal with. That level 2.
Yeah. And her combo like is conveniently with a gold bar, so you'll see it more often. Oh, I forgot there was a daddy. Daddy Kaiki card from second season Monogatari. It's like he's in a suit, I think, and he has like the beard.
Ew, that's so gross.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's like crappy version of Kaiki.
Anyways, is there anything else you guys want to say about level 2? Oh yeah, there's also backups. Besides the anti-change, there's also like other backups like mill 3, like either you mill 3 or your opponent mill 3.
Or the like 35 power ones or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 25 power. I'm brain dead right now.
Yeah.
There's Leafa counters.
And there's also those weird events where like you have to play multiple copies to get like more effects or like more benefits off of them or whatever.
Dog days. They have anti-damage, quote unquote.
There's also like those events that go into memory, I guess at level 2. Like obviously like the one from ReZero. Like there's also just those type of events.
Yeah, they got all fun.
Oh yeah, they're putting like rest counters on characters now too. Or like character counters, that is, like character backups.
Tori and Rewrite is, I think, drop 3. Or,
Do you pay stock for that? I know you drop a certain amount of cards out of your hand, but I don't know if
I don't think so. I think it's just drop 3.
I remember I played into that. My first time ever playing against Rewrite and didn't know they had that shit, and I'm like, I'm sitting there just like feeling so dumb. Like, well, so I should probably research some sets, some of the newer ones.
I guess that's all I have to say about level 2. Like Jenna says, if it's not level 3... What'd you say? If it's level 3, then it's what?
Oh, level 2's not good unless it's level 3.
Yeah, oh man.
So much true.
Or if it's an assist, I guess. I mean, there's a couple of special exceptions, but usually, like, the good level 2 cards are just level 3 early drafts.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna go into closing. Like, do you guys have any shout-outs you'd like to say? Or if you guys want to plug in your channels or whatever?
Yeah, I have a shout-out. Ayami, if you're real, will you please send me your marriage letter? Because I'm ready.
Jeez, that tone escalated pretty quickly.
Also, if there are any single boys under the age of 12, please call me.
But you have to be 2D, right?
Please edit these parts out.
I'll make sure to forward this to the FBI afterwards. I'm kidding.
I think I'll go next. Check out Cypher Zero if you haven't been to my YouTube channel. I have Vanguard and White Shorts, and I usually upload once a week, but with school, it gets a little crazy. But we're almost done, so hope to get more content. So yeah, Cyber Zero.
I'll shamelessly plug myself in. Pay 3 for Honey-O. Mostly just like matches and openings and deck profiles on my channels. But I do at least upload something once a week, so give you something to watch.
I guess for my shout out is none.
And shout outs to
I don't know. I guess I'm trying to like put up more content, but like with school and stuff. But like I'll try to put stuff more frequently. So sorry, you guys, for like those who actually like wait for stuff on my channel. You know, I don't understand why you wait for stuff on my channel.
Isn't the first step to having a good channel being confident?
I guess it's one of the first steps to like having a good channel is to like post more frequently, but I don't.
Oh yeah.
But like
that goes hand in hand with being confident, though.
Yeah, I guess quality over quantity. I guess that's my excuse, but not really, because my stuff is usually trash anyways.
Yeah, you should probably quit.
Yeah, but then like if you're still listening to this and like you're the true MVP, I guess most people stop and like after 5 minutes.
Yeah, most people can handle me fucking like talking shit every 2 seconds in a video, just completely out of my ass. And I guess they just, I don't know, they just deserve props.
I think you're pretty tame though. This podcast, well, this video.
Yeah, I was like half asleep browsing on me through half that.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, bye.